Check it out. So give me another minute here. Jack, what's going on, my bro? Mark, Keela, is that how you say that? Keela, Lesta, Brian. All right, what's going on, guys? So let's go ahead. I'm just going to get it started. Whoever they want can hop on, but check this out. Let's get it.
What's up, guys? Today we are at Grays Lake North High School, where my whole basketball career started. I'm back here on the court where it all went down because I need to make a point today that you need to hear. Yes, I'm motivational. Yes, I'm inspirational, whatever you want to call it. And that's because, not just because I've looked up things on the internet, it's because I've experienced it. I've experienced denial. I've experienced being shut down, starting from the bottom and having to accelerate up. And I understand what it takes to get certain places. So what I want to talk about today is allow you to understand, or allow you to question yourself and say, who is it that is determining my worth and my value? Because in 7th and 8th grade, the person determining my value told me I wasn't good enough at the game that I loved. And today, I want to quickly touch on that story and remind you that with perseverance, you can do anything. Not just perseverance, but also to be aware of who's determining your worth. So for me, going back to 7th grade at Grays Lake Middle School, I tried out for the basketball team, for the game that I love, for a sport that I've been playing since the 2nd grade. I'm 6'5", I'm a taller guy, right? So I should have the natural ability. I tried out 7th grade, and I wasn't good enough. I didn't make the team. I was cut. I tried out 8th grade. Once again, I put in more work in the summer. I prepared. I'd play in gym. I was making threes left and right. I was one of the better players. 8th grade, I still got cut. All my peers made the team, and they were in disbelief that I did not make the team because people who were lesser players than me made the team. So 7th and 8th grade, I am cut from the team. I did not make it. What I want to share with you now is the point is I could have quit. I could have thrown in the towel and said, you know what? Maybe I'm not good enough to play the game that I love. Maybe basketball isn't for me. But what I realize now, which I didn't even realize then, is that the person who was evaluating my talent wasn't necessarily warranted to tell me how good I am at basketball. This was a woman's 7th grade history teacher. And no disrespect that she's a woman, but she didn't play college basketball. So who's to say that she's an evaluator of my talent and where I'm going to go lifelong in the sport of basketball? So really, at that moment in time, I could have quit. I could have thrown in the towel and said, you know what, I'm probably not good enough. I didn't make the team then. What makes me think I'm going to make it at a higher level in high school? But nonetheless, I progressed, and that's why I'm here, because this is where it all happened for me. And if I would have given up, I never would have made it. So let me quickly run you through my story and round up on my point on what you need to be doing. So I come here freshman year. I try out for the team, and I think I have a good tryout, and I make it. I finally make the team. I'm overjoyed. I'm on the I'm on the freshman B team. I don't even know what the B team is. All I know is I don't care. I'm on the team, baby. So it's the first week of practice. We're practicing right here on this very court, right here. The first week, we're going through something called motion. For those of you that don't know basketball, it's a simple offense that you run, and not being an organized basketball, I had no idea what it was. And so my teammates are on my case. The guys who I don't know, the guys who made the team in 7th and 8th grade, I'm just some scrub who finally made it. They don't know me. So I'm struggling. They're giving me shit. I feel discouraged. I feel the pressure from everyone else. Like, God, Krupp doesn't know how to run motion. It was so simple, but I didn't know how to do it. And right there in the first week, the first couple days, I wanted to quit because I felt like shit. And even though I finally made it, I still felt terrible. I did not fit in. But you know what? I stuck with it. And that year I played as a B team player, and that's perfectly fine. I got better over the summer. I came back. I stuck with it. I stayed focused, and I came back for my sophomore year. By the sophomore year, I was what we call a B-team all-star, which means I was raw talent, but I'm flying all over. I'm blocking 5 shots a game. I'm coming up. I'm pulling up from the three-point line, right? I'm doing things, but I'm a B-team all-star. In the middle of the year, I finally become the 6th man, which means I'm finally moved up to A. I'm playing on A because I'm getting a better idea of the offense, and my natural game is coming out. All those years of playing and practicing shots is paying off by fine-tuning my other skills because I stuck with it. You get in the middle of the year, I play Grays Lake Central. I have a breakout game. I score 18 points. We win in overtime, and my coach tells me, Krupp, next game you were going to become a starter. So let's just pause for a second. I went from not making the team in 7th and 8th grade, and I also left out a detail. When I came and made the freshman team, even though I was on the B team, it was for a reason. My coach wanted me to be a center. I'm 6'5". I'm a taller guy. My coach wanted me to be a center, and I didn't even know what a center was. I didn't have footwork. I didn't know how to do this. All I knew is I'm a shooter, baby. I'm a three-point shooter. That's all I do is shoot threes. And he told me, Krupp, you are a big man. You will always be a big man. You will never be a shooter. You need to stop shooting threes. That's what I've been doing my whole life. So I was told I would never be a shooter at that moment, but I stuck with it. I played on the B team. I moved on to the next coach. Finally recognized my talent. When I scored that 18 points, I had 3 threes, and it was okay. I was able to be a shooter. So I finished my sophomore year. I come up to junior year of high school. We're going to head over to the other gym now. My junior year of high school, I come in for summer practice. I'm shooting actually right at this spot right here. I remember everything from a visual memory. I'm shooting right here, and Coach Grunlow says, Krupp, you shoot with a little flick. That shot is going to get blocked. My shot was wet, but he said, that shot is going to get blocked. You need to change your form if you ever want to play for me on this varsity team. So I had that pressure on me. I played junior year. My 3, I didn't change it. It went down. It didn't get blocked. I showed him, I proved him wrong. So my junior year, I improved. And there's a couple things I did. 1, I became a starter on the varsity basketball team my junior year. So not making it to starter. 2, at the end of the year, we had a 3-point shootout. It was a county thing, a regional thing for all of Illinois, and the best 3-point shooters would go to a contest, and they would shoot and compete, and the top scorers would move on to the next level. So we're here in the second gym where all our practices were. And so I did that 3-point shootout, and I did really well. I won the regional round, first, second round, sectional round I won. I won another sectional, and there was a final thing, the sectional finals, 1 spot away from going to state. I do that shootout, and I tie the very last person, and we have a shootout, and I lose. So I was 1 spot away from going to state as a 3-point shooter. That's my junior year. And we go to my final year of my season. My senior year of basketball, there's a lot of hype. We're a good team. I end up leading the team in rebounds, leading the team in blocks. At the time, I set the all-time block record for the school, and I was a 3-point shooter. I went to the 3-point shootout again, made it to the sectional finals again, was 1 spot away from state and eliminated again. So I didn't make it, but I made it farther than I was projected to. And finally that year, my biggest mark, my biggest thing to make a point of is I made the All-Star game. I made the All-Star game where the best players in the county go play and represent. And I actually had a significant knee injury, but if it wasn't for that injury, I would have continued to play at college at the next level. So the point of all of this is, the point of this story, the point of being here at Grays Lake North is to remind you that at different points in life, people will tell you, people who aren't